So we've gone through basic teamwork with all of its seeming positives and seeming negatives. And now we're going to go to compare and juxtapose collaboration with teamwork. Okay, now you see this is a brilliant graphic chosen by Amy. Do you see that both the wonderful light on each of these individuals in this picture is here, and also their shadow selves? Their positive karma, their negative karma, their positive intentions, their negative emotions and intentions, which tend to unfold within any team or any collaborative endeavor that human beings participate in. So if we say that collaboration tends to operate transcendently of mere teamwork, and that it's a refinement, it's like an evolution of values, as well as an evolution of capacity, as well as an evolution of consciousness, as well as an evolution of collective intentions, and thus an evolution of results. So teamwork, the people in the fossil fuel industries, they really have great teamwork. The people that sold cigarettes or still sell cigarettes or drugs, by the way, on the street, they work as very effective teams. The cigarette companies, according to what I've read, have designed cigarettes as a delivery system for carcinogenic, addictive chemicals. Does that sound just a little sociopathic or a little psychopathic? The definition and dynamic of a collaboration rather than just a team, we are defining here, because the dictionary or the encyclopedia may not define collaboration this way. We're suggesting for operational purposes, for transformational purposes, for healing purposes, for constructive solutions generations purposes, it's time to redefine this word. So give the label a new definition. How do you feel about that? Are we is this poetic license or what? So if we said a baseline definition of collaboration, not conscious collaboration, just a step up from teamwork, right? Would be the realized capacities of groups of people and organizations of any size and any scope and any degree of transdisciplinary complexity to work together for common purposes and for the global common good, and in all the necessary, effective, and efficient and sustained ways that were needed to transform the world into sustainability and to produce all solutions necessary at every future moment to resolve the climate crisis. Okay, now we're still not to the conscious collaboration part. That said, can you imagine that if people work together for positive purposes, the common good, for good intentions, and they work together efficiently and effectively, and they apply their expertise, that they're going to get better results than if they just have a competitive team that's trying to work for some organization's competitive agenda or some nation's competitive agenda, or some terrorist group, or some group of people that's trying to sell drugs on the street. It might sound silly. I mean, can you imagine that that we as an organization are being required to communicate this to people? Why isn't this already just understood by every person on the whole planet? As good as this definition appears to be on the screen right now, we would suggest that it doesn't encapsulate conscious collaboration, which is like another step beyond collaboration and 2 steps beyond teamwork. So how necessary is it to communicate and juxtapose these definitions for people so that they have some degree of clarity and recognize that that there is a refinement of community process and organizational process and efforts that is being defined here and that can be exemplified, can be lived and breathed and operated from. So if we were to say that conscious collaboration in general basic terms is defined as an egolessly, meaning not operating from self-interest or agenda or competitive intention or destructive intention or fear or control or safety strategies or victim, perpetrator, rescuer dynamics or hatred, or for the individual good at the expense of the common good, or the organizational good at the expense of the world or the common good, or the human good at the expense of the ecosystem in a unilateral way. An egolessly collaborating group operating at optimal efficiency and effectiveness and alignment towards the mission and vision of the group, whatever it is, in this case, the WSS, our vision, our mission, our strategy, hopefully, as a maximally consciously empowered and organized and focused unit that is self-organizing, self-educating and learning, self-evolving and interdependent and willing to communicate and educate each other. I'm adding in words here, I apologize. That's maximally consciously self-aware, meaning they've cleared as much of their karma as they can. They've dumped as much conditioning as they can. They've dumped as much negative emotion and energy and dynamics and tendencies as they can. They've transcended tribal dynamics as much as is possible. They've focused on and committed to higher conscious intention and service to humanity and hopefully spirit as their compass and their GPS and their decision-making model and their decisional reference process. And they're sovereign. They operate from maximally conscious self-awareness, sovereign from the tribe's collective dynamics or other people's dynamics, even people they're in relationship with, personal, monogamous relationship or family relationship, and with absolutely focused intention to attain necessary catalytic results for the global common good beyond any prior or existing model of team effort, meaning competitive team dynamics, political team dynamics, destructive team dynamics, greed-based team dynamics, etc. And thus, as a collaborating group, they are co-creatively generating a future that has not been possible before on this planet at both local and global scales simultaneously.